How did I choose Penn State? So there was no, my story of my life is no great planning of things and sitting down and what's the career path and what's this or that. I just kind of go with a gut feel, and it's been, been very lucky that way.
Right.
Penn State worked out very well for me. Penn State was not that well known. Once I was here, people like at Carnegie Mellon, they tried to hire me. They said, there's nobody at Penn State, Larry. It's not well enough. Why don't you come with us? And who knows, maybe I'd have done better. I went to, I had better grad students, whatever, but I don't think I had a better life. And I like the department, I like the town, and I like working with students that are, I felt more appreciative than if you go to some of these real high, you're at MIT or something, I don't know, they just seem, and you feel like you're doing more. You get a guy at a private school, MIT, how the hell can you screw him up, okay?
Right.
Where Penn State, you can take a kid in the rough and have much more impact, in my opinion. And I use this example in kind of other aspects of life. We are extremely lazy. So for problems, they'll memorize all these infinite number of kind of approaches, solutions, and they try to, this problem is that way or that way, rather than just look at the problem. And then we do the same thing, we deal with people. We have these niches. Oh, he's black, so he's that, or he's that, we have these niches, rather than looking at the individual and trying to, we have this, memorize all these kind of quickie shortcuts rather than think about things. Mm. So this course, if I ever teach it, that would be one, thing I try to show, the commonality of dealing with people in life and going through life and solving technical problems is that you got to look at each one uniquely and don't have some set rules or some biases.
Right.
It's much easier to just memorize these biases and everything rather than try to see the individual as something unique. The biggest problem you have in research is you have in your mind some idea of how you want it to turn out. Okay?
Right.
And you look at the data and you see it through that colored glass, right?
Sure.
Okay? And the same thing is true in other things in life, okay? That you've got to try to step back and remove your own bias, or try to understand your bias, to look at the situation as it really is, not as you kind of want it to perceive, or how your background, whatever, has made it perceived that way. You saying to me, well, you always thought I had wisdom, that's just very, very touching to me, because that's what you want. You hope you and go through life and develop some, almost to me the purpose of life is develop some wisdom and some sense of somehow. Yeah, it's, because, that's what it's about, I think. It's not other things. It's somehow, I'm not sure anything about life or anything, but I think part of life is to learn, to develop wisdom. And it's very easy to go through without developing it somehow. You get all these other things going on, and kind of look at, don't think about, or superficially think about, the main thing about what is it all about. And I tell you, one of the things that is also clear to me that I didn't appreciate so much this couple years is how important to get through life it is to have a sense of humor, and to be able to see things differently through a sense of humor, and
Right.
to interact with each other in a humorous way. And the other is to try as much as you can to be open, to express what's on your mind. Try not to manipulate people, subconsciously or anything. Just kind of tell them. I've had a long time in my life, and I still have trouble, but I had, when I was young, a real hard time, maybe because my father, I was trying to please him, telling people things that I didn't think they wanted to hear. And I've gotten better at that, okay? And you can do that without hurting people or anything you try to explain. and rather than just covering it up and let it go and then it festers or something like that. Yeah.
What have you found useful in your life as far as personal development? What, for your grandkids and everything?
Well, I just think if you can develop a zest for learning, I don't care what, I don't know if you can develop that, okay? You don't have it naturally, but
Right.
A zest for learning and understanding things is the most greatest thing. You have to worry about things like you're going to make a living and you're going to feed yourself and your children and everything, but putting way too much emphasis on that, particularly when you're living in the United States. Man, we have tremendous wealth, and it's so much easier to just don't consume so much
Right.
and spend your time doing other things. It's kind of funny. I have one quote that's in there. I picked it up in England somewhere. I don't think I have a name on it. Where the purpose of all this material development should be so man gets free. He used to be a poor guy to work day and night on the corner. He didn't have, but should be to the point where we can free us, that we can live and make our living and eat and have housing and everything, and still then have a lot of free time to develop our understanding of things and art and literature, all these things.
Right.
We're not doing it. We're just continuing trying to just develop more of this wealth for what?
Right.
And it would be best for everybody. The simpler life would be you're consuming less. It'll be better for the environment. It's much more better for your peace of mind. And we don't spend enough time. I think the Europeans have it more kind of on a lifestyle. We like families together, meal times together,